All right, everyone, and welcome back to the Ontario Soccer Centre for second half action in the League 1 Ontario Women's All-Star Game. Here as the Team Ontario Summer Game Squad is leading the League 1 Ontario All-Stars 1-0 after the first half of action. A goal coming in from Nicole Kozlova, who remains on the field. Here as she's putting pressure on the League 1 Ontario player. She got that beautiful finish on the cross coming in from Emily Amano in that first half, around midway. I'm your host, Martin Ohms, here. As we get the action underway for the second half, the League 1 Ontario All-Stars are in the blue. They made a bunch of changes at the halftime break. They'll go from your right to your left. And for the second half, and Team Ontario will be in the all reds, going from your left to your right as Kovacevic is coming in through. She tried to hit that one first time. She took a little bit of a tumble and got under that ball, and she flicks it out for a goal kick. For Team Ontario, the first noticeable change is Quinn Josiah. The Aurora keeper is in net for the second half. And trying to see, I think I see one new player coming in for the Ontario squad. Just one single other change, and it will be in the left back position. So Emily Amano has subbed off. So that was the only two changes coming in for Team Ontario to start off this second half. And that player is Maya Antoine. She'll clear it away for throw. So Antoine coming in from the Vaughan Soccer Club. She hits it off her throw, and she's the only player substitute for Team Ontario. While there are a bunch of other changes coming in for the League 1 All-Stars. I saw Taylor Potts, Christina White, Diamond Simpson, and Claudia Piazza all coming in. And, of course, Taylor Grant is in goal as well. Throw gets taken right into the corner. Played it all the way back. That's Simpson. Simpson back for Gillis. She gets knocked down from behind by Owusu, and she wins herself a free kick. So a change in. So Bertrand, one North Miss defender comes out. Another North Miss defender comes back with Christina White. She'll be in that central back position with Gillis. Simpson's going to leave this one in. Former national team player is Diamond Simpson, playing for the Azuri Blizzard. She comes in with pace over the far side, trying to fight off Kozlova. She's going to play this one into the far post. Cook, though, is able to head it away for Ontario. There is White. White has Piazza, who's shifted into the defensive midfielder position. She plays for the Vaughan League 1 Ontario squad. She's one of those players to keep an eye for, able to set up plays, as Taylor Potts from Durham is also there in that central midfield. Kabungu's come right back into her striker position as Kovacevic is in the left wing. She gets that ball, passes it off to Piazza. Kabungu. She's able to pass it out wide. This could be dangerous as a shot comes in from League 1. But it hits the deflection off of Antoine and goes out for a corner kick.
Halftime substitutions for League 1 Ontario All-Stars. Leaving the field, number 24, Tamara Brown. Entering the field.
This one's taken in by Piazza. Goes onto the top of the box, cleared away by Kozlova. And coming down the other way is Owusu. She's bringing some pace, but Simpson is able to get back, and she'll clear it away as a great crowd coming in. And Team Ontario was smart as the sun is starting to set in behind the trees for this second half, so no distinct advantage for either team to start out this second half of action as Ontario will throw it around midfield. There's the captain, Samantha Chang. She's going to try to switch it over to the far side of the field for Cook, but Kovacevic is able to get up high, and she'll head it on for Potts. Potts plays it first time for Kabungu, but she's not able to get to that one as Days will pass it back.
Number 19, Claudia Piazza. League 1 Ontario All-Stars.
And right there over on the far side, that is the newly introduced for League 1 player, the last remaining player. That is Julia Wong, not Sepper Wong. We had Sarah Wong from Vaughan. Now we have Julia Wong from the San Jacks team over on the right side of the field. As this ball is played in deep, and Kozlova's coming in with a ton of pace, but she gets bodied off by the League 1 defense, and they're going to work it out of their own end as White try to play it back for a defender, who is with her, and a little miscommunication in the backfield. And it's going to be a corner kick as that pass looked like he was trying to go to Pickett. And Pickett, I don't think, was expecting that pass. Of course, an update on that League 1 Ontario standings. Very tight at the top with Unionville at 23 points all the way when you get down to about 8th position. Just a difference of 9 points down to the Blizzard. So definitely a second half exciting action still to come in League 1 Ontario. So make sure to keep tuning in for all the games at www.league1ontario.com, as each game will have playoff ramifications. Strategakis try to hold that ball, but she gets knocked out of play, and Ontario's going to play this one quickly. Poulins for Forbes. Forbes' pass couldn't get into the midfield, though. Gets intercepted. Kozlova chose to pass this one off Owusu. There's Owusu. Back goes for Flynn. Flynn, first time, just a little bit too much on the English, and it goes over the goal of Taylor Grant, and out for a goal kick. But Kozlova, I think, surprised everyone by not taking a shot on that opportunity when she was inside the box, choosing to pass that off instead. Grant's going to try and switch it over. Finds his way, though, straight to Flynn. Kovacevic. There she's fine. Potts. Potts' first-time ball. We've been seeing for League 1, constantly trying to just pass it through, trying to get those through balls in, trying to get behind that Team Ontario defense. Hasn't succeeded so far, but they keep pushing. They might be able to find a hole. Chang. Nice pass in for Poulins. Poulins, her pass, though, gets blocked by Potts. Cook back into midfield. Poulins. Trying to find Chang, sliding back was the League 1 Ontario player Strategakis, and she was able to block that. Nice little quick 1-2. Iotsi down the line. Kabangu can't get to that one. Days gets that first. Nice little play from Poulin. She gets away from Potts. Passes it off now to Flynn. Here comes Flynn down the line. Flynn back goes to Chang. Poulins back for Tolnay. Tolnay switches over the far side of the field for Antoine. There's Antoine. She's able to keep that one in play. Does well to hold that line. Passes it off. There's Forbes. Forbes can cross this one in. She will. Trying to find Kozlova, but it gets headed aside by Christina White. Nice little 1-2 with Potts. And Kovacevic just found herself with some space. Kabangu trying to body her way off Days, and she's able to play it through. This could be dangerous. Here comes Kovacevic in. She goes inside the box, goes for a shot, and misses the far corner. I think Kovacevic had an opportunity to take a couple more touches there, but try to take that one quickly and catch Josiah on her heels, but she misses the net on that great opportunity. League 1 coming in with some good pressure in. Of course, the partners for the League 1 Ontario League are SoccerX.com, Peel Regional Police, Vibrant Power, Canadian Print Plastic, Sports Engine, and Rome Mobile. The league, of course, is sanctioned by FIFA through the domestic authorities, Canada Soccer, and Ontario Soccer. Now let's see, plays it down. Kovacevic. Right back to Iosi. She hits it all the way back to her defense. And Kozlova puts some pressure on, but that doesn't phase White and Gillis at all. But White passed a little bit too strong for Kovacevic, and it goes out for a throw. Throw right down from Cook. Finds his way in for Chang. Antoine's making a run down the left line, but staying with her the entire time was Pickett. Ontario, some good passing. Able to keep going forward, but now League 1 is able to win it. And now they're going to try and see if they can settle that ball down, and they will with Simpson. Simpson back into the middle of the field. So again, League 1 just slowing the play down, trying to get some possession going and see if they can get a chance going forward. White trying to find someone to give it up to. She can't find anyone that goes all the way back. Piazza under some pressure, and Ontario's now just saying, forget it. We're done sitting back. We're going to try and put some pressure on, and that's going to force League 1 to play a little bit faster now, but that opens up some options on the passing as Kabangu tried to work her way in through, but couldn't get by 3 red jerseys. High ball up top. Nicely won in the air. And here comes Potts. Potts plays it down the right side for Pickett. Pickett trying to play it through for Shadagakis. Too far ahead of her, though. And Ontario is able to win that ball back. Don't forget more League 1 Ontario action coming up on August 6th. The men's and women's League 1 Cup Finals. We're at the women's side at 5:30. Will be Woodbridge against FC London. And the women's side, and on the men's, it's going to be the derby, Vaughan versus Woodbridge. And the men's finals, a rematch of last year's. And we'll see if Vaughan will be able to take it home again. We're going to have a substitution now for Team Ontario in the 55th minute. It's going to be Anna Kowalczyk coming into the game. Kowalczyk will take over for Shayna Flynn. So the Poland under-17 striker comes in for the Team Ontario squad up top. Definitely a player to look an eye out for. She plays for the Vaughan and League 1 Ontario. Has 4 goals this season. And we'll see if she's going to be able to increase the Team Ontario lead up top. Let's see. Passes it off. There's Shadagakis. Nice little cutback. But coming up there is Forbes as she's able to clear it away. Just goes down to midfield. League 1 continues that pressure. Cutting inside the midfield. Splits the D there as Pickett, but a third player is able to come in. That is number 17. That's Chang, but still can't get it forward as Pickett tried to go for goal. That gets blocked by Forbes. There's Kowalczyk. That's her first touch of the game, and she's not able to control that one. And League 1 will take their time before taking this throw-in. Medical responders for our event is provided by Rescue 7. Visit www.rescue7.net for all your health and safety, first aid training, and defibrillator needs. Start today, save a life tomorrow. Rescue 7. They have a booth set up here, ready to take action if necessary. It hasn't been needed so far in this game, which is always a good sign as League 1 wins another throw-in on the far side. Piazza is trying to drive her way forward here, getting some help there from Potts. Potts is able to get to her feet, still trying to get forward, but Days is able to get some support, and she'll be able to win control for the Team Ontario squad. This Ontario team, after this, will go over to Winnipeg, Manitoba, as Kozlova breaks in through on the right side, bodying against White. Kozlova still going. She tries to switch it over. Grant dives over, and she's able to get hands onto this one, but that ball is still loose inside the box. Good foot, though, from Piazza, and League 1 is able to clear it away, but not as far as the midfield, as the pressure still comes forward from Antoine. Antoine trying to switch it over, doesn't get a good touch onto that one, and League 1's able to set up, but Taylor Grant doing a great job diving to her right, getting hands onto that cross. The Vaughan goalkeeper, just 9 goals against in 8 games so far this season. Very consistent, strong goalie for the Jamaica under-20 goalkeeper. Deep ball in, trying to find Iosi over on the far side. Can't get to her, and here comes Pullins. Pullins down the line, too far ahead, though, to get to Kozlova. Kozlova still going forward. She's got the goal so far in this game, assisted by Amelia Mano. That's the difference maker in this 1-0 game at the 58th minute, as that pass is too strong to get to the player over on the far side. This Team Ontario squad represented by many nationalities. They're coming from Canada, Hungary, Poland, Ukraine, Ghana, and Sweden. For this Team Ontario squad, as the ball will go all the way back to Grant for League 1. She's going to look for some options. She seems to be hesitating. She can't seem to figure out one. Doesn't set a good ball. This one could be dangerous as Kozlova gets it. 1-on-1 against White. Kozlova cuts inside into the middle, but a diving play by White as they're able to clear it aside. Switched it over on the far side. Iotsi. She's got some space that's shifting all the way over. Was Poulins forcing that one to get played in, and they can't find Kabongo up top. Nice little touch in from Piazza, is able to control it. She passes off now to Potts. Potts plays it into the corner. Can she get to this one before Cook? And Cook will hit this one, and she's able to hit this one down the line. But Kovacevic gets to that ball first and keeps it in. Great job from the FC London striker. Deep ball in from White. Trying to flick it on was Kovacevic, but Josiah will be able to hang on to that one. And she's going to take her time here, wait for someone to pressure. They know they got the lead. Couple players still on the bench for League 1 Ontario. You haven't seen, checked that earlier, as Julia Wong not on the field. She's still on the bench. And Lorna Ruda from the Derby FC squad, striker for that team. She's also on the bench, so we might be seeing those two in action, the midfielder and the forward, later on in the second half. As Potts collides hard with Poulins, both of them just made sure they're okay, and play continues here with Kovacevic. Passes one in behind White, and White's got to chase back. Some good pace coming in from Owusu, but she's able to get the pass away. Ayosi keeps this one in. And for Kovacevic, nice little move. She gets around Poulins. Passes in. There's Kabangu. This could be dangerous. This could be the chance for League 1 as the cross, though, gets blocked by Cook. As Kabangu, I think, took a little bit too long trying to get that cross away on that left foot. And Cook, that gave enough time for Cook to block that one out for a corner kick. Couple more players still on the bench over forward Team Ontario. They have a third goalie in Molly Erickson. They also have Malia Di Rosario, Adrienne Devlin, Emma Davies, Ariel Young still on the bench here. We might see them later on in the second half as well as they prepare for that Canada Summer Games as Josiah comes out of her goal and she gets that one with no troubles. Got to throw this one quickly to Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk trying to break it through on the left side, but it gets blocked by Simpson. And here comes Pickett going on the right wing. She's got two red jerseys all around her. Pickett doing a great job. Continuing to drive on that line, but Antoine is able to get it away from her now. And Ontario will relieve themselves of that pressure. Pace of the game starting to slow down a little bit as Ontario starting to get more familiar, getting control, and they're very composed in that back. League One's got to start picking up the pace a little bit here and try to see if they can force some turnovers on this Team Ontario squad. And it looks like they're going to be injecting themselves with some new life as the striker for Derby FC, Lorna Ruda, she's going to be checking into the game very shortly. Young, speedy forward. We saw her get a very crucial goal in the Vaughan Azuri versus Derby game. She'll be looking to see if she can tie up this game when the ball goes out of play. Pass it over on the far side. There is Simpson. She's got some space. Got some players coming into the middle of the field, but Simpson couldn't get much onto that one as it gets blocked by Tonne. Poulins. Back for Days. Days has been very strong in the back line. Very tough to beat coming in from the Toronto Blizzard. She's played here in the League 1 and having a great season for herself in the back line. Chang takes the pass, and now she plays it through, almost finding Kowalczyk. But Simpson just gets a foot in there, but Kowalczyk is not giving up on that one. League 1 is able to just clear it away. That one gets over Kovacevic's head. And League 1's just got to get that possession going. Cook does well to get away from the player. Passes it off to Kozlova. Kozlova, diving challenge from Kovacevic comes in. That's a little bit late. And final warning now for Kovacevic from referee Jessica Patton. Just having a listen here for that late challenge. She seems to disagree with that one, as it looks like we're having a couple of substitutions, so the bench now will be completely empty for the League 1 All-Stars. All players will find themselves into the game, and League 1 Ontario will be making, check that, Team Ontario will be making one more change as well. So Kabangu is coming up on top of striker substitution as Lorna Ruda finds her way into the game. And Julia Wong from Sanjax, she's going to come into the left back position, and she's going to replace Maddie Ayosi. Also switching up here for Team Ontario coming off will be Melanie Forbes. She had a great game in the central midfield, and she's going to be replaced by Adrienne Devlin for the Aurora FC team. Play continues here. There's Poulins. Poulins, nice little pass in. Kozlova on the right side of the box. Two blue jerseys on here. Still going. Getting some help there from Poulins. Kozlova still with it now. try to switch it over, can't find Kowalczyk. And Simpson's able to slow down, and she'll bring it into the line. So we'll see how this changes in as Aruda fresh legs over on the left side. As Sheila was looking for that pass there, and she's going to put some pressure and just couldn't get to that one, though, was Aruda. Kovacevic will go into the striker position with Aruda. Stratigakis for support. There's a nice diving play coming from Gillis as she passes it off now to Stratigakis. Stratigakis trying to find something. Nice little pass in. Intercepted, though, by Chang. Piazza back in, and this is what we need to see more from the League One Ontario All-Stars as they're continuing to push forward here. Trying to find any run down the field. They just choose to continue to play this one short. Does League One Ontario, and it gets cleared away all the way back to Taylor Grant in goal. Thank you to the League One partner Soccer Express for their first-class support as Canada's premier dealer. Soccer Express is everything needed to take your game to the next level. Visit www.soccerx.com to check out the latest gear from Adidas, Nike, Puma, Admiral, and more. That's Soccer X. As Poulin still battling in midfield, getting some good pressure coming in from Stratigakis, but she gets some help there from her teammate, Tolnay, who also plays with her on the Woodbridge squad, and they're able to relieve that pressure. Pass goes up for Simpson. She hits it back first time around midfield. Wants to go back and forth. Passes aren't finding their players, but there's Aruda. She gets knocked down by Cook. She's going to keep that one in and dive. And she tried to see if she can get it off to Kovacevic, but Kovacevic wasn't making a run for that one. And Ontario will regain possession of the ball. 67 minutes have been played. Still 1-0 for the Team Ontario Summer Game squad, leading over the League One Ontario All-Stars. Deep ball in behind Kozlova. Kozlova's going to hustle. Can she avoid a goal kick? No, she can't, as it just goes over the line. Out past the touchline for a goal kick. Today's All-Star action is fueled by Gatorade, the official sports fuel of League One. Try the new Gatorade Frost today. Gatorade Frost, your fuel to play cool. Play continuing on the far side of the field. There's the first touch in for Wong. Passes it in for Potts. League One just choosing to relax. The coach there from the Unionville team, Bill Marcos, telling the team, settle down. And here comes the through ball in for Aruda. This could be dangerous, but she's offside. Great run coming in from Aruda. I thought she was onside there, but the assistant referee disagreed. Put the flag up, and if Aruda was onside, she was in free and would have had a great opportunity onto goal there. Play restarts here for Team Ontario in their own end as that pass breaks in through the midfield. Stratigakis, though, does great to hustle off of the Team Ontario player and win herself a free kick. As she hustles, continuing that's what we've been seeing from the Canada under-20 player. Intercepted, though. The ball rolls off of the foot of League One's midfield as Simpson, though, is able to regain it back. She'll pass it in for Pickett. Pickett tried to play a through ball in, but too strong to get to her players. And Josiah knowing again, taking her time, waiting for one of the League One players to pressure a little bit before she passes it off. There's Cook. Cook into the midfield. There's Devlin. This is her first touch. Does well to pass it off. Poulin's trying to find Kozlova just a tiny bit in front of her, but that's enough for White to get onto that one. As Aruda getting knocked around there from Cook, the referee was looking for an advantage there and played it for just a second, but the free kick will go around midfield as Team Ontario is going to make another substitution.
Team Ontario substitution.
Malia Di Rosario comes into the game. The youngest member of this team, the only 2001 player on this Team Ontario squad. She's coming in from the Markham Soccer Club. She's going to replace, it'll be Owusu up top. Sarah Owusu up top. She gets replaced. So a striker change coming in as Di Rosario will see herself up on the top position. On the left wing is Kowalczyk will actually go into the center striker. Nice little flick on. Josiah comes on, but that player is offside. Shadagakis couldn't believe she was offside on that one. But a nice flick coming in from Kovacevic. And Shadagakis unable to put that one home. Josiah telling her teammates, move down the field. 20 minutes still to play. Lots of action. And anything can still happen in this 1-0 game. Potts wins this one high in the air. Still battling her way forward. Does well as Kovacevic. She's making an overlap, and everyone falls for that one, and that allows Pickett to cut inside the middle. And she'll be able to pass it the first time. That one gets blocked. Aruda on the second chance. It gets cleared away, and now Potts will continue to go for it. She passes off now for Simpson. Simpson on the right side. She'll look to try and see if she can play another ball inside the box. Simpson, nice little touch down the line. Gets by Antoine, and I think Antoine just sliding in the way. Forced her way out of play, and out for a goal kick. And Team Ontario continuing to empty the bench here as we're going to have another substitution. It's going to be a switch in the defense. Olivia Cook comes off the field, and Ariel Young, representing the Ottawa Fury, will come on, and she'll go over into the left back position as Antoine will shift over to right back. So just a little shift in the defense for Team Ontario. So now we almost have every single player onto the field this game. Pass it over on the far side. That's Di Rosario. She tried to play it back, but the player was running up for an overlap, and this could be a great opportunity for League One. They'll cut inside the box, playing through just inside, and Antoine is able to block that cross as two blue jerseys were in tight. Deep ball in the air, and here comes Di Rosario to give chase for the Team Ontario squad, but getting there first was White. White down the line. There's Aruda. Aruda's going to let this one by and utilize her pace, and that's what we need to see more from League Ontario. As Antoine, though, just gets a foot in and knocks it out for throw-in. Wong plays this one quickly. Kovacevic, she gets knocked down by Days. Looking for a call, not going to get one from the referee. Referee, I think thought she fell down a little bit too easily there, and play will continue now. Potts passing this one off. Piazza, back for Potts. Potts played on the outside, expecting a player to be there, making a run. No blue jersey in sight, though, and it'll go out for a throw-in. Thanks to League One partner Peel Regional Police for their continued support of women in sport. Know that you can always kick off your career with Peel Regional Police. It's more than you think. Visit peelpolice.ca for more information and find out how soccer and Korean policing go hand in hand. As here comes a chance over on the left side. Aruda's ball inside the box, cleared away. League One still trying to find that final touch in front of the goal. Haven't found it yet. And here comes Team Ontario with a counter opportunity. Kowalczyk is making a run right here to try to get to this one. Battling there against Wong. Kowalczyk will get there first. Wong, though, gets a foot in there, slows it down enough, but Kowalczyk continues to go forward, and she's able to pass it off to Poulins. Now in for Antoine. Back to Poulins. Nice little run coming on the left wing for Team Ontario, but they continue to pass in the middle. Devlin's pass, though, can't find Poulins, and Team Ontario will have to reset back in the defensive line. Long ball in down the field by Days. Can't get it through to Kozlova, who's continuing to lurk in behind that League One defense. And he couldn't get to that one this time as that pass can't find the striker. And that's just what's been missing, that connection between the midfield and the forwards for League One. And they have to continue to try and see if they can spread out wide, utilize those players, and get that pace of Kovacevic. They haven't used it enough as that player is offside on the far side of the field.
Thank you to League One Ontario partner Soccer Express for their first-class support. As Canada's premier dealer, Soccer Express has everything you need.
So it's going to be a tactical. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a tactical switch coming in now for League One. Looks like League One's going to shift to two strikers up top, Strategakis and Kovacevic, three at the back. So Julia Wong will now go into a defensive midfielder role, and Piazza will now shift forward into a second attacking midfielder. As they try to vie for this tying goal with 15 minutes remaining, White goes over to the left back. Just three players back there, making themselves more vulnerable, but seeing if they can now push themselves more offensively. So this game might open up now in this final 15 minutes as that ball gets over the head of Simpson. And a little bit of communication between the two of the players, Jillies and Grant. Jillies does a smart thing. If you can't figure it out with your goalie, kick it out. Don't play it around in front of your net. First time the ball hits off the back, and Grant, though, is able to come out of her goal, and she'll be able to corral that one. And this one could be played out wide quickly, but now she's able to do so. There's Pickett into around midfield. Aruta's doing a great job opening wide up here, waiting for that pass coming in, but unable to run up to that one was White. Player for Team Ontario is able to stay onside, just gets around the defender, but that touch was just too far ahead, and that will allow Grant to get to that one. She's going to come at this one quickly. Rolls it down for her teammate Piazza. Piazza's ball, first time in the air, goes past Kovacevic, but Potts is able to get to it now. Out there for Pickett. Pickett, one of the players who's been on the field for this entire match, passes it over now for Piazza, who's expecting a run on the right wing, though no one was there, and Tolnay is able to shut it down. That kick gets over the head of Di Rosario, but she continues to get pace onto the back of White, and she forces her to go backwards. Back and forth, going strong defense and a high line coming in from Team Ontario. They're not going to give them a ton of space to work with and kind of try to constrain them inside this middle of the field. Here comes a long ball in, trying to find Aruda. Antoine is able to get to that one. Kovacevic. Nicely done to get around Poulins. Try to get by Antoine. Then she's able to kick it off. Wong back in for Kovacevic. She gets knocked down by Days. And that's going to be a free kick, and Days has to be careful. She's on a yellow card already in this match. And here comes another substitution for Team Ontario. Here comes one more substitution. I think everyone except for the third goalie has now entered the game. Now Emma Davies finds her wealth, comes into the game, and she replaces the goal scorer, Nicole Kozlova. Emma Davies coming from the Saltfeet Stony Lake Creek squad. She plays in the under-17 OISL. 4 goals in 7 games so far this season for Davies. As here comes the free kick. This one bounced from Josiah, and she mishandles it. And Kovacevic ties this one up for League 1 Ontario as that bounce fooled Josiah in goal. And this game is tied right up. And who else but the League 1 Ontario leading goal scorer, Jade Kovacevic, with the goal. And you got to keep your heads up here if you're Team Ontario. League 1's been pressuring for so long, and it takes a nice little bounce there off the turf to fool the goalkeeper. And this game is tied. But Team Ontario will have to see how they respond after that goal. Will they be pushing themselves forward to try and get this W for the team? Or will they allow League 1 Ontario to continue putting some pressure on them? Because I don't see League 1 Ontario. They're keeping the 3 players in the back right now. And they're going to continue to drive forward and see if they can pick up the leading goal. Good pressure coming in from Di Rosario, but she's not able to get to it, and it gets flicked down forward. Settled down in midfield for Team Ontario. Kowalczyk. Her pass, though, gets intercepted by Potts, and here comes League 1 the other way. There's a goal scorer, Kovacevic. 13 goals in this season. If you count this one, it would technically be 14. But her pass, though, can't get in through as Days is able to intercept. And here comes Ontario the other way. It's a 4-on-4 break. But that long ball will just be shielded away, and League 1 will have a ton of time to play this one, I feel. Passed around in the back. Make sure, though, for all your information, rosters, match previews, recaps, video, photography, and more, visit www.league1ontario.com. All matches are recorded and uploaded to the League 1 Ontario YouTube channel, so make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for the YouTube, and make sure to keep an eye out for the match highlights from the women's and men's highlights of the week, which is released every Wednesday. Kovacevic make sure that Chang is okay as they both slid in for the ball there, and neither of them were able to get to that one, but play resumes here as Chang gets that ball right back. And again, that's what I'd like to see from her all game long. She constantly creates herself some space in the central midfield. She's always able to turn around and create herself enough time to give herself some options to pass to. Nice ball in for Di Rosario, but that just hits off the back foot. But this still can continue the pressure. Cuts inside Davies. Davies goes for goal, but that won't pressure Grant, and she'll be able to make the save. The Salt Fleet striker trying to go for goal there in her first touch of this game. 81 minutes to go. 9 minutes still to be played, plus additional time. So a lot of action still to be played. Can any team break this deadlock? Kozlova got that goal off a nice cross in the first half, and Kovacevic got the goal for League One off the free kick just outside the box. Will it be a corner kick or something different to get that leading goal? We'll have to wait and see. Jace plays this one first time once again, and this one's going to be settled in by Wong. There's Strategakis. Back in for Kovacevic. She passes off for Potts. Potts playing a through ball in. This one could be dangerous. Took off a deflection, but Josiah is able to recover and get back in her goal. She was running out of her box there to try to get to that through ball, but the defender put a foot in there, blocked, and she had to quickly get back in her position to get to that ball. High ball in, and Potts comes in strong against Di Rosario and hits it out for a throw-in. Long ball down for Chang. She finds Di Rosario. She's going to look for that return pass, but Di Rosario brings it into the middle field. She has the option to switch it over, and Ontario will do so. Try to play it through. That one gets blocked from Young. And here comes League One going the other way. Potts. Still driving for a hard battle between the two players in midfield. This one goes through. Aruda has some space. Antoine's hustling to get back. Aruda and Antoine are going for it. There's Aruda. And check that. Strategakis and Antoine. Strategakis back in. There's Aruda coming in on the left wing now. She's going to get to that ball. Aruda, first time's cross, headed aside, though, by Tolnay. It's not as far, though, as Wong. The Sandjacks player continues to try to get it forward for League One. But Young is able to shut down that attack over on the far side of the field. Simpson, she cuts inside. Plays, try to go for goal there. That one gets blocked. But still battling and bouncing around in the top of the box. Now it gets cleared away by Ontario. Simpson. Her pass, though, falls off of the foot of her teammate. And here comes Ontario going the other way as looks like it's Davies trying to fight her way forward. But she shouldered that one, and it's going to be a handball going against Team Ontario. Referee's just going to have a word with Davies here. Make sure the reminder, get out of the way on the set pieces. There's no reason to be in the way. High ball in, flicked on by Kovacevic. Strategakis, though, couldn't get to that one, and Quinn Josiah is able to come out of her goal and be able to get that. High ball in, flicked on by Di Rosario. There's Potts. Headed forward by Aruda. She's injected some good life onto the left wing for the Derby striker. Continue to create some space and put some pressure onto Antoine in the back line. Di Rosario, though, takes it off of White. Here comes Di Rosario. Continue to go forward, and Davies. And yes, I believe that was a handball. Good eye by the referee there on the sliding challenge coming in to hit off of the hand of the League One defender. And that play will get blown dead. But almost a crucial turnover, and Di Rosario was almost able to capitalize on that opportunity, working with Davies up top. Chang on the kick. Great ball inside the box. Bouncing around, still free. And Joyce gets to that one first, and she'll clear it away for a throw-in. But a dangerous ball found its way in free. And the referee just looks like she's going to have a word with one of the Team Ontario players, but it's just going to be an Ontario throw. Throw goes down the line. Kowalczyk. Back for Young. Young's going to try and go through on the line. She gets it knocked away, and it's going to corner kick for Ontario. This could be dangerous with 4 minutes left to go here in this game. Again, this is a huge positive boosting for this Team Ontario squad to go over to Winnipeg, Manitoba soon to play in those Canada Summer Games. And they played very strong here against this League 1 Ontario All-Star squad. And they know that taking this forward, they can challenge and possibly win the Summer Games with this squad. So once played inside the box, headed aside by Potts. Second chance there, cleared away. But still continuing to put pressure as Ontario is all over on the back of the Ontario player. And here comes League 1 the other way, and it's Kovacevic battling here on a pace battle with Antoine. And Kovacevic tried to get it around, grabbed around the jersey there. And she's not happy with that call, and she's going to find herself into the book for complaining afterwards. I'm surprised the referee didn't go to the book right away after she gave her a final warning just a few minutes before that as well.
The referee has issued a caution to League 1 Ontario number 9, Jade 86 minutes.
Good pace, though, from Maya Antoine, though, able to recover and shut down the League 1 Ontario leading scorer coming in on that counterattack. High ball in. 3 blue jerseys try to go for that ball, and one of them was able to get to it. And Pickett will break free on the right side. Battling hard against Poulins, trying to break free of her and Devlin. Here comes the ball in from Simpson. Getting up high is Kovacevic. And Josiah, though, is able to get to her left. And she's able to catch that one. Great ball coming in from Diamond Simpson. Played a beautiful one. And Kovacevic got the header onto that one. And Josiah was able to just jump to her left to make the save. 1-1 in this game here. As all these players will return for the League 1 Ontario All-Stars back in action for their respective teams, with Unionville currently leading the stands with 23 points. Right in behind them is Northmist with 22, Vaughan with 20, and West Ottawa with 19. So lots of action still be played here, and anything can still happen. So make sure to tune into www.league1ontario to keep up to date on your schedules and see when these top squads will play against each other. Piazza trying to pass their way in through here. That one gets blocked by Kowalczyk. Passes it off now for Devlin. Chang. She's got 2 jerseys around her. Potts puts a foot in there but loses her balance. Still trying to go forward here. Here's League 1. Now here comes the pass in for Aruda. Aruda's going to get to this one. Trying to cut inside, but Antoine read that play perfectly. And she'll now pass it off here for Poulins. Poulins is under right pressure. Great job there from Aruda. Able to block it first time, but she wasn't able to get up and continue to run. But didn't give up on that play. It was Aruda. And she forces that one out for a throw-in. Great hustle coming in from the striker. 1-2 there for Ontario, and they're able to find Chang once again in midfield. Try to play a ball down the right side for Di Rosario. And a high foot coming in from Poulins connects with Aruda, and she's going to just need a few seconds to shake that one off. Christina White from North Miss. This team has had one of the stingiest defense in the league, with just 9 goals against this season in 11 games. White was waiting for a whistle there, You realize she couldn't play this one right away, and she'll hit this one down the field, but Antoine is able to get to it in the corner. She's under pressure, and she's forced to hit it outside for League One throwing. League One's pressuring. They want that goal. Headed aside by Days, but it continue to go forward. There's Potts jumping into the play. She hits this one high in the air. Settled down, and she tried to go for a strike, was Pickett, but it got under that one, and it did a looping ball straight into the hands of Josiah in goal. Just going to wait for the indication from the fourth official. It's going to be 2 minutes of additional time, so just 2 minutes left to go here in the League 1 Ontario Women's All-Star match here. I'd like to thank everybody who's tuned in for this game. Hope you all had a great time watching the League 1 Ontario All-Stars going against the top up-and-coming talent for this province. And good luck to this team in Winnipeg, Manitoba. And I'm sure they will represent the Ontario province very strongly and proudly if they continue to play like they did here today. Collision between both players. White, check that, Aruda once again. And number 16, that was Emma Davies, and Davies knocked down Aruda, and Aruda's just been taking a beating since she's come onto the field. Here she comes. Here is Aruda. Gets around Poulins. There's Aruda's pass. That one, though, gets blocked by Chang. League One trying to put themselves, hustle whatever legs they got left. Just 2 minutes left to go. See what they can put left in the tank as we have a League One player get knocked down to the turf. And it'll be a free kick get called by the referee. League One should be sending everybody forward here. Trying to see if they can send one more chance onto the goal of Josiah. It's going to be Simpson. We've seen a couple of nice balls played in her by her this half, and there's another good one. Kovacevic gets that first ball. Second ball, though, cleared away by Tone. Continues to go forward. Potts from distance, and she can't find the goal there as it just goes a little bit wide on the inside of the goal for Team Ontario. League One partners for the League 1 Ontario League are SoccerX.com, Peel Regional Police, Vibrant Power, Canadian Prince Plastic, Sports Engine, and Row Mobile. Of course, the league is sanctioned by FIFA through the domestic authorities, Canada Soccer, and Ontario Soccer. As the final whistle goes here at the Ontario Soccer Centre for your League 1 Ontario Women's Soccer action, as your League 1 Ontario All-Stars have tied the Team Ontario Summer Game Squad 1-1. Here after full time. So let's try to figure out, well, we have a tie here. We're not going to end this game on a tie. We're going to go straight to penalties here, ladies and gentlemen. And the crowd just got all excited, expecting, it ended on a tie. And then just a huge roar came into the crowd. Penalties put in the situations. And that will mean the players who are on the field at the end of the game are the ones who are going to be taking the shots here. So it'll be Taylor Grant, the Vaughan goalkeeper, in net for League 1 Ontario. And it's going to be Quinn Josiah. Of course, we saw her in the second half for Team Ontario. And we'll have to see which players. It's always interesting when you see the players come in for a penalty take. It's whoever feels the most confident. If you're a little bit unsure, you probably shouldn't be taking that penalty. Be volunteering yourself. You just go in. Who wants to take one? First 5 people to say yes. Those are usually your 5 go-to options. Coin toss goes between Chang and Kovacevic. Kovacevic likely to be one of the takers here. And we'll have to see which end we're going to be going and which team goes first. It's always interesting to see in the strategies. Do you want to be shooting first? Do you want to be shooting second? If you're first for the penalty kicks, it's going to be best of 5 shooters. But of course, make sure you stay up to date though on all your League One Ontario action through social media. Make sure to follow the Twitter handles at League1 Ontario and at L10 Live to get your up to date action, minute by minute updates for all your games. And it looks like we're going to be going to the goal on our left on your screens back at home, as Grant is going to be running over quickly. And it looks like League One is going to be shooting first. There's a little bit of discussion here from the League1 Ontario coaches on which end is to be selected here. But it's going to be League One going first. And it's going to be the FC London striker, the goal scorer to tie this one up late, Jade Kovacevic. She's going up first. You always want someone going first who's going to set the tone. And no one can set the tone better than your captain. Kovacevic, short run up. Plays it, saved! Great save from the Team Ontario goalkeeper, Quinn Josiah, diving to her bottom left. And she's able to shut down Kovacevic. Kovacevic trying to go with the confident 1-2 step there and couldn't go through. Shooting first for Team Ontario is going to be Anna Kowalczyk, the Poland under-17 striker. She plays for Vaughn. Confidently puts it to the left. Grant going the wrong way, and Team Ontario takes the lead 1-0. Second shooter for the League One All-Stars. It's going to be from the Toronto Blizzard, Diamond Simpson. Former national team player. Straight run up, straight down the middle. Usually going right down the middle is honestly sometimes your safest bet as a penalty kick taker, because the goalies are likely to pick one side over the other. So that will make it 1-1, but here comes the next shooter. It's going to be the captain for Team Ontario, Samantha Chang from the Unionville team. To the right, saved by Grant. A great save, and can you believe it? Both of the captains have been saved. As it's 1-1 after two shooters. As Samantha Chang tried to go to her right, but Grant guessed correctly and made the huge hand save. And it's a goal for League One Ontario. And that's Piazza for Vaughn, who puts it into the bottom left corner. Very confidently taken by the Vaughn midfielder. I believe it's Emma Davies now. Striker. Tries to, and Grant does it again! Ontario tries to go the same way again, and Grant, just sticking to her guns, keeps going the same way. And she's made two saves now, and all of a sudden, just when you thought League One would suffer after that first miss, they've recovered and now taking the lead 2-1 after three kicks. Sarah Stratigakis tries to go, and Josiah can't get enough. Josiah went the right way, but dove over the ball there and just got the bottom hand, but that wasn't enough, and it trickles into the goal, and Stratigakis gets that one in. And Team Ontario needs to score here. This one, what a strike coming in. So it's Kowalczyk and Tolnay with the goals for Team Ontario. And now coming forward from Sandjacks is going to be Julia Wong. She's normally the set piece taker for Sandjacks. No surprise to see her up here. Takes a shot. Saved by Josiah! She tried to go down the middle. And the Team Ontario keeper makes a huge save. So Ontario needs to score here to stay alive. Taking that long walk up the field is Adrienne Devlin. Devlin shoots that one over Grant. And now here comes the fun part. Who wants to go next? As we're going to the extra shooters now for each team. I've seen it where you have penalty kicks go all the way down to the goalies taking the kicks. And could we see that here? Maybe Vanessa Gillies coming up. Center back. And she shoots it confidently into the corner. As Josiah tried to stay in the middle, hoping that they'd shoot it right down the middle of the net, but she picked the corner and did it well. So again, the situation, the pressure is on Team Ontario. Shot right down to the bottom right. 6 shooters gone, 4-4. It's sudden death right now. It's going to be Victoria Pickett, the Aurora midfielder. Pickett goes into the bottom corner as well. Josiah's trying to take the chance and hoping someone tries to fool her shooting down the middle or tries to do something fancy, but they're just the League One players confidently putting them into the corners. Comes for Ontario, goes down to the right. And that's Brigitte Poulins. Poulins gets that goal for the central midfield. We're getting down the line of rosters here. And it's Lauren Aruda, the Derby FC striker. Here comes Aruda. Saved by Josiah! As she jumps to her right and she absolutely catches that one. Stone cold. Great hands on Ontario keeper. And now we're in a score to win situation. If Team Ontario scores this, they have won the penalty kick shootout and the All-Star match. It's going to be Di Rosario. She came on as a substitute. Di Rosario scores! Just past the outstretched hands of Taylor Grant. And the Team Ontario Summer Games team has taken the League 1 Ontario Women's All-Star match at the Ontario Soccer Centre. Great motivational boost, and they're going to use this as they go on to Winnipeg, Manitoba to play in the Canada Summer Games. I'd like to thank everyone, of course, for tuning in for this League 1 Ontario broadcast. This has been Martin Ohms here for this one. Don't go anywhere. A little bit, the presentation's up here in just a moment. But for myself, Martin Ohms here. This will be the end for me. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.
The most